Should I turn that light off?
No, you're good. Look, that's the angelic glow of Tyler Gilbert behind him. See? Ah. If anyone missed it, we had Tyler Gilbert on the air with us a mere, what was it, 12 hours ago almost? 10 hours ago or something.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Not that long
You weren't
ago.
sick of me, so you.
Had you back, yeah. On SLE Radio, we had a fucking great time over there with Jay and Tyler and me, and we all had fun. Tyler played a song off his new album, which, look at that. Do you see it? That camera's a piece of shit. It totally fucking distorts how perfect this thing is. I'll tell you right now.
Still shiny.
It's worth the peanuts. It's not much money. You can get that. Go pick that up. TylerGilbert.com. .ca. TylerGilbert.ca. Yes. So with that in mind, how are you? What are you doing? Having a drink? What are you drinking?
I am doing pretty good. I am having a good day.
Having a good day today.
And I'm having a better day now that I'm talking to you.
Well, there you go. I'm so sorry. It's all downhill from here. What'd you do today, my friend?
Mostly just a lot of online promoting and whatnot.
That's good.
The CD dropped early this morning, and when we were doing the interview, then I didn't do too much because I was like, afterward, I was like, I'm tired, go to bed. But just been updating everything. I always forget how much stuff needs to be updated, like websites and like a bunch of other things for everything else. It's like I always forget how much stuff is involved when you release it. So that's what basically I've been doing today.
That's awesome. The joys of release day. That's something you guys got to make sure you're on top of, especially nowadays.
That's true. It's still exciting, but some of the online stuff is kind of boring when you're doing like some of that stuff. But still,
it's like having a new car, though. You got it's like a new child. It's like, no, this is my baby for a while. Yeah, just drive it.
like Cowboy Boy. And you smoke it, and oh, my pretty little pet.
Jojo the circus boy. You're naughty. Yeah.
You killed him. I killed my snail.
Richard,
classic movie. Classic.
What's happening here? Not here. Not here so much, but right here. I have to watch that. It's been so long.
Farley was the best. He was hilarious.
Fucking right. It's one of my favorites. That's good. Oh, man.
So how you been? How's your day?
My day was pretty much the same as every day I've had since March. Didn't do much. Didn't do a lot. Been staying, doing the stay home thing because fuck it. And I don't know. I've been good. I've just been doing a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, you're a busy guy. I see all those things you've been doing. You're busy. I don't know how you find the time to do all that.
A lot of coffee, and I specifically have to do it when at least one of my children is sleeping, because if they're awake, it's crazy. Is that your goddamn smoke detector still going?
It's still beeping. Oh shit.
Holy fuck. Like, I watched this last Friday with you and Mark and Joel on the sit down. It. You never found the smoke detector?
The sneaky little bastard. I swear, it went quiet until the Snow podcast, and then it's like, no. I'm back.
I'm just worried about your sanity. If my fucking smoke detector beeps once, that's it. That's all it gets. One fucking beep. Holy crap, bro. That's a 9-volt. You guys gotta get a 9-volt. You gotta take the battery out of your pedal and fucking...
Oh, but the pedal's much more important than the smoke detector.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah. Hell with the house. Yeah. I got a shred, bro.
I've felt flames before. I don't know what the big deal is.
They're not that hot.
Yeah. Way overrated.
Exactly. They don't even exist, you know? It's not real. It's fire. It's I need the pedal. Man, that's great. So what sort of, are you taking a different, well, I guess everybody's taking a fucking different approach marketing-wise this time. You can't do your CD release shows and shit like that. So how are you getting out there now, buddy?
That is still kind of a, like an it's like a learn as you go type of thing, because it's like, yeah, this, I've never come across this at all, and like nobody has. But I mean, and this is the fewest amount of shows I've ever played since before I started playing shows. So it's like, okay, now what do we do with this album? It's like it's kind of a learning experience. So like, yeah, most of it's like online promotion, postering and stuff, and like contacting magazines and newspapers and whatnot. But like, the podcast thing, like the radio interviews and podcast thing, is actually seems to be like taken off like quite a bit. It was always big, but I mean, like, especially now because of the pandemic, like a lot of these guys are like doing this because, well, they can, because technology allows us to, which is really cool. Like how great is it? I get to sit with my buddy and chat about music and stuff.
That's right. We live in the same city, but you stay in the where you're at and leave me alone.
You stay away.
Yeah, that's it. But no, exactly. I've noticed that too, and I talked to Jesus Christ, I'll just name drop him, but Dean Castronovo he used to drum for Journey. He was the longest standing drummer of Journey. And now he's in a band called the Dead Daisies. They're a fucking solid ass rock band. But he was saying, he's like, you've heard the Dead Daisies before. I'm sure you have. It was Dean, and then their singer used to sing for Deep Purple. The guitar player was the guitarist in Whitesnake. And fuck.
I keep seeing that.
The other dude was in Sheriff or something like that. I can't remember. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. Either way, he's a maniac drummer. But he was saying, he's like, if it wasn't for people right now doing all these podcasts and shit, like nobody would know what the fuck anybody's doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's not like if you're not touring and stuff, and like, because you're not promoting tours and all that, so it's like where do you go? It's all like online and radio and podcast.
That's what it is. It sucks, but you have to. I guess you have to kind of, a lot of the younger guys I find that I talk to are kind of whatever, because it's not unfamiliar to them. But when I'm talking to guys like Dean, like who's been doing it forever, or fucking even Max Cavalera, trying to like how to navigate what the fuck is going on, a different strategy to.
But it's kind of cool in that sense too, because it brought like you said, the younger guys maybe were more into it, but like it brought more light to that area.
What's a shift, right? I think it's a big time shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And how it used to be done, and how it's going, at least for right now. Like, one day for sure we'll get back to doing shows and shit like that. But
but like I think about this too, like from time to time. Like I think like the pandemic will have this will be the influence from it. Like people will probably incorporate more things that they didn't before the pandemic into their like marketing plans and all that stuff.
I think so too.
Because they are quite effective. Like they are really effective in getting the word out and stuff. So it's like,
yeah, 100%. And it's awesome, man. Like fuck, and obviously it sucks because nobody's touring, but it's fucking awesome because nobody's touring, because nobody has anything else better to do. It's like, I'll come talk to you, fucking idiot. I'm your guy. I'll fucking talk to you.
There you go. And there's a lot of guys, like there's a lot of, because they're not touring and stuff. Like I think there's going to be like a big influx of new music coming out because of it.
I hope so.
At least that's my.
Yeah. That's that's what I think too. But then it's just going to be so flooded all at the same time.
More than it already was. It already was.
Just back up the fucking dump truck. Here it comes. Yeah. All
Well,
these.
it's like you guys were talking about yesterday. Like you had like 200 submissions in one day or something.
Yeah, that's fuck
That's
all. That's
nuts.
nothing. That's nothing compared to some of the shit these guys get. But it's a lot for us. Like it's still a lot. I
Yeah.
don't. No, that's not like a dick move. No, it's a lot. It is for sure. But I'm saying in comparison to like some other stations, they get like fuck, probably 1,000 a day.
Gosh,
A lot.
crazy.
But we're fucking kicking
I don't
in.
know how you guys. Yeah, I don't know how you like sort of filter through that or even like get through any of it by the time the next batch comes in. That's crazy.
It's hard. It's a lot of well, it's just a lot of listening. I'm guilty. And I'll tell you my secret right now. Everyone listening, if you want to get on the Limbo Outcast show that I do Saturdays, all you have to do is send me a fucking MP3 or a wave. Not a Spotify link, not an introduction. I need a file. Half the time, don't even listen to your shit. I don't even reply to you. Do I? No, but I get them.
There you go, people. From the word of the guy.
I told you the truth right there. Sometimes I don't have time to reply. You know what I mean? I'm a busy person. Very busy. But I appreciate you all the same, and I thank you very much. Like Jay was saying last night, how we literally had one day we had a 2-hour episode where we each just opened up our inboxes and fucking loaded shit into the station on the fly without screening anything for like profanity or content or whatever, because we don't like misogynistic or racist and shit like that. We don't fuck around with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just fucking went for it and just played everything. It was awesome. It was fucking hilarious. Everything was good. Like he said, there was one song that we were both like, because it was like a rap song that was like not appropriate for the airwaves, but like we didn't know. That's the problem when you roll the dice, right? You just fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But
that's pretty good though, out of all
that. Like that's probably like 30 songs, 30, 40 songs we played. 30 songs.
That's awesome.
And it's like that every day. Like that was just one day, right? So like the amount of music that's out there, that like good music that's out there is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's
there's a lot of that. Yeah, there's tons of talented people. I know. Well, even in our little town, there's music scenes like flooded with some of the town.
100%, man. This little corner here has some of the best. Like, you know, you look at bands like Into Eternity. Obviously, back in their prime, they were fucking insane. Dead South, wildly popular now. Fuck, there's so many.
I was always a big fan of Whiskey Manor. Shout out to my boys in Whiskey Manor.
Whiskey Manor are great. Yeah. Tumbleweeds.
Oh yes, the Tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds are great.
There's so many. Like I'm just like Room 333. Obviously, I can't. There's just we
gotta shout out, guys. Everybody. We love Room 333.
We love Room 333.
If Shane, Mitch, if you're watching,
you got it, boys. You still got it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like I can't even fucking. My mind's just spinning with so many bands from this town. But you know, that's just it. It's like, how do you help? That's what I want to do, is try to help shine the light on that. You know,
yeah.
But I've only had probably like fucking 5 or 6 local people on here. The rest is all from fucking wherever.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know how many fucking Facebook posts I have to make that says, if you're a local musician, just email me. Talk to me. Yeah. I can't talk to you. You talk to me. You know, like I'll ask you because you're Tyler Gilbert, or I'll go ask like Black Thunder. I had them on because they're fucking dope too. But you know what I mean? It's
like you're trying to help someone. Like there's only so much you can do. Like you can't.
Here's the water. Are you thirsty?
You have water.
Are you thirsty? No. Okay. I don't know. It's fine, but whatever.
That's cool. No, you're doing a fantastic job at supporting the music scene, man. My good.
I'm trying, and like I started doing this selfishly because I was gonna do this with Ron from Promised Land Band, and we were just going to talk about ourselves and, and do like musical updates, like behind the scenes shit or whatever, and just shit
Yeah.
talk people. But we did like one episode, and that was it. And I was like, okay, I'll just fucking go for it myself.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man.
And then it just turned into like, yeah, I don't really like talking about myself that much, so I'll just talk to other people. You know. But I have made some pretty fucking like pretty cool contacts doing this on just
Well, yeah,
through,
you were telling me today,
yeah,
like some of the names that you were talking. I was like, holy crap, I
yeah,
can believe it.
just through Twitter, man. Like I
Yeah.
go on Twitter and I'll just shoot an email and say, hey, blah 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 blah. You know, like the first time I talked to Fallon Bowman was on my birthday in August.
Huh.
And I sent her an email and that was it. I said, hey, I got a podcast. I'm in Canada. Be on talk sometime. Looking at this date. Let me know. She wrote me back in like a couple hours and said, yeah, I'm in. Fuck it, fine. It's like,
Huh.
okay. Now we, now we
That's
just send messages back and forth a fair amount. Like she's a cool person. She's awesome. And she's coming on next Thursday. So that'll be like her 4th time or something on. So that's cool.
huh. Oh, that's
And
awesome.
it seems like we have like a monthly thing going on with Christian Machado from El Nino. So that's
Huh.
fucking
Like,
dope. Yeah, I talked to him a few
man,
times. This will be his
that's cool.
4th time. And I'm getting Max Cavalera on Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday,
Really?
Friday, yeah. They're fucking crazy. Yeah, I've had Max
That's
once before. This is the second time that Max Cavalera is on here. That's
man,
fucked up.
that's
That's just from talking to people. Like it's fun.
that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how like the reach of internet, like how
Who'd have
you
thought?
can like
I've been doing everything
yeah.
all wrong until I started to actually use it for what it should be for. Not just fucking
I'm still
cat
doing it
pictures
wrong.
and shit, yeah, cat memes and whatever. It's like, no, I can like talk to people.
You mean there's things other than cat memes? I don't believe
Apparently,
you.
that's what I'm told. Yeah, I've seen them. But it's crazy because like these are all people that I looked up to when I was younger, listened to tunes. Like to get the chance to sit down and talk to them, it's just like pretty fucking surreal, right? Like it's a
Yeah,
shit.
that's cool.
Yeah, man. Whatever. Fuck them. I don't know. I'm just kidding. They're fantastic. That's awesome. That's great. But what are you? So you said you're doing the magazines and just fucking hitting everybody real hard with this thing, right? So on average today, how much time did you spend like just shooting fucking messages, links, whatever to the new album? And was it
Pretty
more than
much.
what you would normally do pre-pandemic?
Um, I it's pretty much been all day. Like even though I did a couple like runouts and stuff here and there.
Mhm.
Like on my phone, I was like sending out different things here and there, and then back here at my little office thing, and yeah, pretty much all day. If it was more, I don't. I don't. It's hard to say if it was more than normal. One of the things that I've been focusing on a lot is like the like pushing the playlists and stuff. I find like that's such a great way to like just increase your listeners and at the same time like generate more revenue
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
streaming and stuff, even though not like a very wealthy
Well, yeah,
generous income, but I mean yeah, but yeah, it's like I got in a few playlists here with Superman,
nice.
and the songs it's like it's doing great. Like it's on par to become like one of my highest stream songs if it
Really?
keeps at the rate that it's going. So it's pretty sweet how just a little playlist can like boost your numbers like insane. Yeah.
Right. Because what
So yeah,
Underdog just reached a milestone, didn't it? It reached
yeah, it hit
was it
it's
10,000 or
over
what? 30,000.
35. It's over 35,000 streams, which is like
Shit.
big for me and small
Well,
for my
yeah.
peanuts for like the big guys. But I mean that's huge for me. So like yeah, so that's from yeah, like it came out last year.
Yeah, like that's not that
Um,
bad.
yeah, it's like that's probably the album that's done the best for me of all my stuff. Yeah, I was pretty stoked to find that out. It's pretty cool.
Should just
And
check one day. Oh
hopefully
fuck!
this one can do it better. You got to beat it.
You gotta beat it. Yeah. Well, Underdog's great though. That's a fucking album and a half. But I'm a fan of everything you've done. Like I loved Tyler's World and everything up to that.
You've even liked the things.
Montana Kid was fucking great. Come on.
You've even liked the things that way back in the day that I cringe at now. It's like, ooh, those are just, oh, they're so bad. But you actually like those.
I love it.
You like my super fan.
I am a fucking super fan. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, good buddy. You
No.
always been a hell of a supporter.
Well, well, there you go. But I think I just I like hearing the growth in every album. It's like I remember like the first time I heard you play like an electric guitar solo on a song on one of your albums before you brought in like that heavier rock sound, right? Like
Yeah.
that was so cool for me. I was like, holy fuck, like Tyler's real good. He can do the acoustic thing. I love the acoustic thing. But do you think that that's why Underdog was more successful? Because you had that harder rock direction as opposed to some of your other albums? Because Montana Kid I thought was fantastic. I love that, but I could see that you were on the cusp of bringing, the next step, which inevitably
Yeah.
was Underdog, right? You kind of tell.
Yeah, could very well be. Like I'm not exactly sure, but like the previous two albums were kind of like you said on the cusp. Like they kind of
They had
had
that
aspects of
southern rock thing going on, like
yeah, and like there was little tinges of like heavier stuff, but in most part it was kind of a back and forth between like harder stuff and softer stuff.
yeah.
So like this one really like pushed it into one direction. So maybe that is why it just like targeted more of like that niche market within like the hard rock
Mhm.
realm, I guess. Because
Yeah. Well, you came out with "Gimme Shelter" off Underdog. Now that's obviously your past release, but that was a great tune. It was a damn
yeah.
good tune. I think that. Oh, and
Oh,
then "Ghost Behind Your Mind" is fucking phenomenal. That one was better, in my opinion, than "Gimme Shelter." Doesn't mean "Gimme Shelter" sucks.
I
I just love "Ghost Behind Your Mind."
no, I always liked Goes Behind Your Mind. That out of that album, that one was like one of my favorites. I just like the tempo of it. I liked just kind of like just like not too fast, but just kind of like a groovy
And then you had, and then
rhythm to it.
you had the two songs you did with Shane, "Stand for You." Well, he did the music for "Across the Sea," but that little intro part, "Across the Sea" was great, and "Stand for You" was fucking awesome. Like that song still gives me
Oh,
chills
I
every time I hear
yeah, like that. He did such a good job on
it.
that tune, and
Yeah.
it's like that. Even me, it's like when he sent it to me, for some reason I'm able to like because I usually people may not know this, but I usually struggle a lot with lyrics
Mhm.
for some reason, and it's like I always second guess everything. It's like scratch, 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 and rewrite. And with his stuff, like the lyrics and like melodies just seem when I'm working on stuff with him, they come like so easy. I don't know why, but it's like yeah. So when he sent me the Stand For You thing and we started working on it together, I was like, oh my gosh, this like it like blew me away. I was like, wow, sounds so good. And I didn't it like just kind of like worked. I don't know. We must just kind of fuse together well. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's such a talented dude.
Yeah.
Like everything he does, it's just so good.
I agree, 100%. Fuck yeah, fucking rights, man. You had that, and then like I'm excited to see what you do next. Like you were saying on the radio, how you have just a fuckload of songs written. You don't got to do shit. Just, just go record
Oh,
them. You're fine.
there's quite a few, and actually a good chunk of them is actually finished recording. Well, almost finished recording, just like a few tweaks here and there.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like I was saying, I have about my plan is to do kind of like 4 EPs and then a full length
Full length.
album. Yeah, and then another 4 EPs and then another full length album. And like I would say about 60% of all of those is done or close to being done. And then, so like, I can just sit back and just release things online, and it works perfect for the pandemic because you can't play shows anyway. So I'll just sit there and release, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully they rack up more than Underdog streams.
I mean, anything's possible, dude.
But,
like,
yeah,
fuck.
no, what? And I go in spurts. Like every musician, like you have like a spurt where you like write a bunch. You would know about this.
Yeah.
You write a bunch, and then sometimes you have like a drought where you really don't write
fuck
much
all.
of anything.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, but in my spurts of where I am like writing a lot, I write a lot of stuff, and then it's like, oh, I don't want to lose them. So then I want to like get them on a CD. So this is me trying to save them all from being lost forever with a whack load of EPs and albums.
Just, you don't believe in a video or an audio recorder. You have to just record it. Then
Yeah.
it's done. Are you still doing demos yourself with your setup you got?
Well, what I do here, like, this is my little studio.
Yeah.
Kind of messy. I won't show you, but like, yeah. So I with this studio, I'm able to do like the guitar work, like electric guitars. I can do like the rough like demo vocals. I can do keyboard, pianos, orchestration, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that turned out cool because I did invest more money into this so I don't have to spend so much time in the expensive studio, because it cuts down some of it that I could do here. And then we just go into the studio for vocals, like anything that needs kind of like acoustic rooms, like acoustic
Drums.
guitar, vocals, drums, and even bass. I can do bass stuff here too. So
Nice.
So yeah, it saves a lot of expenses because studio bills can rack up pretty high sometimes.
I can imagine. Yeah, no doubt. And you always work with Justin, right? Pretty much.
I have, yeah. I've worked with him since the first one he did was Tyler's World in like 2009.
Yeah.
Damn, a long time ago.
I'm
feeling old. Feeling old, Joey.
But you've been putting out an album every year, almost.
Almost. I wanted to do every year. It ended up being, I think, more so every second year. It always ended up. So like,
yeah, but you had your cycle. You did the album. You fuck off in your van for a while. You come back, play some shows, and do another album.
Yeah. That's kind of what I did. Like from the first release I did, and then I'd like tour and play shows a bunch and sleep in my van and crazy spots. And
where's the craziest spot you ever slept in your van?
The craziest spot? Well, I tend to stick to Walmart parking lots and truck stops.
Yeah.
But what would be the craziest spot? That's a good question. Nothing too crazy, just some side streets and stuff.
Just Brooklyn. Just sleeping in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Well, like the one time I was sleeping in, I think I was in Fargo. No, it wasn't in Fargo. I was in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it was like 2 a.m. All of a sudden, I hear this knock on the door, and I was like, oh, that's unusual. I don't like when people knock on the door of the van I'm sleeping in. So then, and it's a big van. So like, I went up to the front because it like had curtains and stuff. So I went up to the front. And they kicked me out. They're like, you gotta go. I was like, oh, I'll piss. So I drove a couple hours to the next town. But yeah, nowhere was like really crazy. Like it's like just different cities, like LA. I didn't do it in New York. It's pretty hard to do it in New York. but and different cities, Chicago, Toronto.
Jesus, that's awesome.
The one cool thing about being a musician, which I never thought I never thought about when I got into like being a musician. It's like, oh, I'll tour, and I never thought about all the cool places that I'd get to see because of it. It's like win-win.
Yeah, man. Well, and like the nice thing about, well, what I would imagine about touring as like an independent artist is when you go to these places, you've got time to check shit out.
Oh
Because
yeah.
a lot of guys, when you reach the big leagues, right? They don't have the time. They blow into town, they blow out. But you could like go and see the sights and shit like that. Like that's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, it is like because like a lot of times you'd get to the town and like you're like way early, and like you don't have like the crazy stage setups and sound checks, like intense sound checks like the big guys. So like you roam around town and like New York was one of the coolest because you could just
walk wherever you want.
Walking everywhere, and I'm not a walker kind of guy. I don't do a lot of physical exercise. But I walked my feet off around that place, man. It's freaking cool.
You're gonna drive in New York, dude? Fuck that.
Oh man, trying to find parking is like pull your hair out.
I can imagine. Jesus.
But, man, it's definitely got its perks.
And you drove? You drove to New York? You just drove in that fucking van, or did you fly down there?
No, I drove because I did a tour across Eastern Canada.
And then you went down.
And my van broke down in Winnipeg. I played a show in Winnipeg, and the next day it like broke down. So I managed to get it running again, but it was not well. So I managed to get it running and get back to Regina, where I quickly I had to cancel 2 gigs in Thunder Bay and Kenora, and I quickly shopped around and bought another van, and because I was like, I don't have time to fix this shit, I'm gonna buy another one.
I'll just go buy a new one.
Yeah. With my big royalty checks, lay it down.
So can yes.
Or credit card. Put it on my credit card.
No. See if this one works. Does this one go?
Here, this guy. We'll try this guy's card.
Only my ID.
Bought a new one and then finished the rest of the Canadian leg of the tour. And I think I went to Montreal, and then I think I went down into New York State and did a bunch of ones down there. And then I ended up getting super sick.
Oh. Fuck.
I was eating these cheap ass pizzas, and I left it on the dashboard too long, and it cooked a little rotten.
More rotten.
And I ate the damn thing, and I ended up getting sick. And I remember driving through the grapevine fields of New York State, and I was like, oh god, it is not good. And it's I gotta pull over and get a room or something and puke my guts out. So that wasn't so great. But after that, after I drank a whole lot of Imodium,
you're good to go.
and flushed the pipes, I was good to go to New York City. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What was that like? Was that your first time seeing New York?
That was my first time in New York. And man, it was cool because
you fearless fucking I could never do that. I can barely drive in fucking Calgary.
Not fearless, stupid.
No, I don't know about that. I wouldn't fucking bother. That's crazy. Good for you.
Oh man, it was cool city. I really like New York. And here's another thing that maybe people don't know, but I have a strange obsession with skyscrapers and tall buildings. I just love looking at them and being near them. So New York was heaven for me. I was like, oh, look at that one, look at that one. And I remember, here's another story. I was taking pictures of the New York Post.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up to me, and he's like, what are you taking a picture of? I was like, oh, that tall building right there. He's like, why are you taking a picture of that? You should be taking a picture of these fine honeys right here. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, I guess.
You can meet all sorts of people everywhere you go.
Let me show you how to use that fucking camera. Yeah. You're not from around here, are you, boy?
Yeah. You're not from these parts.
Come into this alley. I'll give you the tour. Yeah.
I'll show you a tall building in this alley. Oh, okay.
I'd love to see it, but there's no buildings here. Oh no.
Where are you from? I'm from Saskatchewan, eh?
Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Fuck, man. What was the venue that you played at in New York?
I had a couple shows
Yeah.
I think I had 3 actually. The one was, what the heck is it called again? One was Maxwell's. No, I think I'm getting my towns mixed up. Ah, memory. There were 3. One had the word electric in it.
Also like
and
okay.
and the other one was like a music hall.
Nice.
And then there's another one. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
That's funny.
But they were cool. They were cool little places. The one was like strange. The one was strange. It was like a dance clubby type place in the front, and like the like an area stage in the back.
Okay.
Where we, and it was like you like walking through this place with your guitar, and it's like there's people like packed. It's like excuse me. It's like, oh, this is strange. They don't have a back door, but a lot of places don't. But,
you gotta go through it.
Yeah, so that was a little different, but other than that, they were cool shows. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And how was the attendance for that? Do you remember?
They were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty good. The one was the one was a little more quiet, but yeah, that clubby place was actually turned out to be. There's quite a few people back there, so
nice.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I think the New Yorker musicians were telling me, it's like, yeah, we don't drive, because I was like asking them, like, where do you guys park around here? It's like, there's nowhere to park. And they're like, yeah, we just walk everywhere. We just grab our stuff. They like make everything as compact as they can, and then just lug it like a pack mule down the street. It's like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, like you said, how would you park anywhere in New York?
Yeah, well, there's not much parking, and then there's like cars parked everywhere, and then there's like so much stuff like everywhere, like and then they at night time like they put their garbage like out on the sidewalks and stuff, so it's pretty packed. Yeah,
they like to use all the space. Yeah.
many loops around the block until it's like, oh, there's one. You learn to become an aggressive driver quickly.
I bet. Yeah. Did you see any famous New York traffic jams?
Yeah. Oh yeah. On the way leaving New York, actually, I picked the worst time to leave, and I was right in the middle of a traffic jam, and it's pretty crazy. There's really not like it's not like there's a super ton of cars. Like LA has a crap ton of cars. There's cars everywhere over there. But like New York's a lot more compact, so it's like it doesn't take as many cars to feel like a madhouse.
I just picture the lanes being so narrow.
Yeah, they are
narrow-ass lanes because everything is so pedestrian-based.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
And like there's some streets, it's crazy. Like some of the old time streets that were made for like horses and crap back in the day. Like they're pretty small.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool town. You gotta check it out. You gotta go.
I'll just go.
Yeah. Oh, I guess can't go now.
Well, too bad. I was really going to. Yeah.
Just Google walk it. You get on Google, drop that little guy in the street. It's pretty much like you're there.
It's a fucking good idea.
Actually, I there was a stretch where I was doing like that a lot. I was like on my computer. I think it was after a tour, and I was like kind of missed traveling, and I was like, yeah, check out this place and check out that place. It's like walking down the streets with this little Google guide. It's like loading. It's like, that feels like I'm there.
Feels like I'm there.
You get a pina colada. You're in Florida.
I'm gonna go to a Florida beach. Yes, just wearing your fucking Hawaiian shirt and just lay it out in your chair.
Get a heat lamp.
Yeah. Working on your tan, yeah. Fucking heat lamp and all the vitamins.
On my back. I'm gonna burn.
It's not even a heat lamp. It's just a fucking shitty ass incandescent light bulb. It's 120 watt though. It's fucking bright. They'll cook you.
better put your shades on for that one, man.
That's funny. That's a good idea, though. I should do that. Just fucking click around, see where you end
You
up.
know, I've always wanted to have a room with sand in it, and like put like the old like Scarface wallpaper where it's like the old like orangey glow
Yeah.
silhouette of palm trees, and then you put the stand down, you put your beach chair down, and your pina colada with your like umbrella up above, and like in Vegas, how they got like the ceiling painted. You could paint it blue,
Yeah.
like the bright sky. That'd be beautiful.
There you
And
go.
then you just crank the heat up in that particular room.
And you're good. Then you're on the
Then you're
beach all the
sweating.
time. Yeah, you're sweating.
All the
Beach
time.
Little
Living
noise
in paradise.
machine. Living in paradise. Yeah, hey, that's good. That's good. You could do that with also just get a projector with a green screen. You could do whatever the hell you want. You could have theme
There you
nights. I'm going to a beach today.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
I travel the world all every day.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the moon now. Fuck it. Yeah.
To the moon.
On the moon. Just turn the AC up.
Oh man.
So funny. That's hilarious. Man, I don't know. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do to get through the next God knows how many months of this shit.
Are you starting to lose it a little?
No.
It's like, no?
Not really, honestly. It's like, well, because we're watching all this shit happen now all over, but it's like, but shit hasn't really changed for us since it all got locked down the first time. We've kind of just been like, okay, well, that's fine, Because I think if we would have went bananas and just like, oh, thank God it's over, like a lot of people did, and then have to like scale shit back again, that would be harder, I think.
Yeah.
As opposed to just kind of maintaining.
The whole thing for me hasn't really been too hard because I'm kind of naturally a hermit. So it's like, it's all right for me, but
that's fine. It's like, that's as good a reason as any to not do shit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so for this, when you were recording this album, was it like right during the pandemic, or was it just before the pandemic hit type thing, or what?
A big portion of it was recorded prior to the pandemic. Actually, some of it, they were started last year.
Yeah.
So when Underdog came out,
you'd already had a few in the bag, yeah.
Yeah, there was a bunch actually recorded, and me and Justin kind of went through and we picked out kind of the heavy ones for Underdog to intentionally make it more of a rock album. And some of these, there was like maybe one that was actually finished, and then they all mostly had like the foundations done, like the drums and stuff were all done. So then in the start of this year, I was back in the studio kind of working on them, and then everything got locked down, so there was like a break where I wasn't. And then I went back in the studio and finished up like the acoustics and the vocals, probably in like March or April, or May. I don't know, everything's kind of a blur now about times, months, and days. But so I finished the last things, and then mixing and mastering was like the last couple months, and and I knew like which tunes I wanted, so like I focused on those ones more than the other ones. I was kind of working on like a large grouping of songs, just trying to get like as much done as I can before like who knows what else happens in the world.
Before this whole thing blows up, I gotta get this done.
Yeah, before the end of the world, I gotta get these songs done because they're so important.
It's the last recordings of civilization is Tyler Gilbert.
Yeah, we found these old tapes.
What is this primitive technology? What is this? CD.
The shiny circle.
Stay away from it, children. Yeah.
It's got powers. Yeah, then we put out the single, and it's been doing good. And then I'm thinking, because like the next EP, which will probably have 6 songs on it, will probably come out around March of next year. So I'm kind of spacing them out, like 3 months, 4 months or so, and then at a time, and keep people entertained during these crazy times.
It's a good thing to do for sure. That's a good thing to do. And we talked about this on the radio a little bit about why you started doing EPs, because people don't have the fucking attention span for full albums anymore.
Yeah, it was partially like that was a good question. I thought of it more afterwards.
Nice.
And I got thinking, why the hell did I do that? It mostly because of that. Just like I do think because there's like so much music out nowadays, and it just pumps out so frequently, so often, that like it could run the risk of like losing its value. So people are just like, oh yeah, it's like he's got another one out. It's another one out. It's like, whereas like I don't know. I thought, this is my own head. It's like, oh, but if I do like a smaller batch, maybe people will like appreciate them more. Because when you listen to like an album, like it takes a few run throughs to hear it all and like absorb it all. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Just that I guess that was kind of somewhere along the lines of what I was thinking.
Well, no, that's a good point too. Like I'm a guy on here. I sit here and say like, oh well, fuck, I'll listen to a goddamn album. Fuck it. It's like, yeah, but when have I sat down and listened to a full album like recently? Not very much,
Yeah.
So
well,
I think EPs are good.
Yeah, and people's lives are busy, so it's like it takes a long time to like sit down and listen to a full length album. And even like a lot of times I listen to music when I'm working or something, but like I love listening to music when I'm driving, and like but with a full length, like you're not going to get
never
through
driving long enough if you're not touring
Yes, but there's pros and cons to both. Which is why I'm still like gonna release a full length every month. Yeah, because like I still love the full length, and like just like there'll be more like put into like the manufacturing and packaging of it, so like it'll have like the lyrics in it and stuff.
That's cool.
In that CD, which I'm still gonna make. Not as many. I don't make as many CDs as I used to, just because they're not quite as in demand as they once were. But also too with these EPs is I have like a theme that runs through them. So like you love the artwork on this one. That's the Montana Kid, the guy that's on
exactly
that.
Yes.
Yeah. So like with the EPs and the multiple releases, I'm gonna continue on the story of that guy through the artworks, which I thought was really sweet. I was like, oh yeah, this is like a great way to like tell the story of him through like the art, because like he came from like the first time you see him is in the Montana Kid album, but he's not actually in the artwork. He's in the music videos, so it's like an actual guy. Whereas like I'm gonna bring him into like the digital realm, so like then I'll be able to like I can do all sorts of things with like the digital characters, which I thought was really cool.
You could take each cover that you make and make it like a fucking comic strip, basically. You could turn it into a fucking comic, really, if you want.
I would love to eventually like actually do that, like make a comic book or
a graphic
or
novel or something, or some sort of animated. That would be sweet. And as Jay would say, you could do the music. Yeah.
You could do the music. Oh man, that guy is hilarious.
But yeah, you've got a lot of ideas of stuff you could do.
Well, yeah, and like I have a bunch of ideas written down, and like I'd like to do them. They're kind of intended for the music videos and stuff, but the music videos are they're so time consuming to make, and like a lot of work to like make it look good. And I do a lot of it on my own, which I'm not the greatest at it, so it's like it's really hard to do. Whereas like having it like a comic book or digital art, like it's really cool. And then having like Harley do the artwork, he's so freaking good at it. Like it just looks so cool. Yeah.
It's awesome. That was honestly when I saw that artwork, I was like, holy fuck! Like I want this just for that picture at least. It's like I
Yeah.
know Superman's great. Don't get me wrong, but like
Yeah.
having the artwork as well is really fucking cool. Absolutely.
And
I think
another thing
that
I'd
people
love to
miss
do
that. You know,
the-
don't people
for the
miss
artwork.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's like having like to get like records pressed of it where you actually have it like nice and big would be. I'd love to do that sometime. And even with I was gonna say even with the names of the EPs and the album, they're all kind of linked together. So like the Fallen are the graves, are the people that are in those graves that he's putting the hat on in the picture. So each artwork and title is like linked to the story of the Montana Kid. the I have his character and then the Lady of the Mountaintop character, and then it's basically the telling of their two stories, and then there's a bunch of other people that are involved in it through their stories, and eventually they're gonna cross paths, the Montana Kid and the Lady of the Mountaintop.
Oh.
And who knows what's gonna happen?
Mm.
It probably won't end well for one of them.
Oh. Foreshadowing, yes. That's good. I like that. You'll have to find out in EP number 4 how that works.
EP number 4. And they're all named the something. So this one's the Fallen.
Yeah.
And then they'll all have the something. I wanted to stick with that theme. I don't know, just to kind of link them all together with the similar name.
That's cool, man. That's cool. And if you wanted to, at the end of it all, you'll have, well, however many you have. If you do 5 songs on an album, you should just fucking press them all into a vinyl and just slap them into like a collage of the artwork.
Yeah.
The Montana Kid Chronicles or some shit. And then you talk to
I like that.
Talk to Mark and Joel at Funky Moose because they were talking about working out deals for guys that wanted to press vinyl.
Oh, really?
Talk to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know he mentioned it in the interview about
or was it
like
7 inches?
Getting some contacts like from him and stuff. Because I'd love to do the vinyl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. I've been grabbing a bunch of fucking vinyls lately. It's awesome. I like having that big fucking artwork.
Yeah. Well, it just looks. It's like it's there. It's not like trying to see it all in this little screen like the new phone. It's like
yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like I like to just. I don't know. When it comes to music, like I used to have so many fucking CDs when A&B Sound was around. Like that was the place, man. That was the place to go. I'd go and I'd just buy a fuckload, and of course, now with the streaming, I have no need for them, and I lost a bunch of them. But I realize I'm sitting here like, God, I missed having physical media. So it's cool to have a CD to look at, even a CD, but the vinyls for sure, fucking.
Oh yeah. I still have a whack load of CDs, and like for the longest time, I was like, oh, I don't want to get onto the streaming stuff because like I liked having the CDs. I like taking them out to my car because I love driving and listening to music, and it's like I like that. And then it's like, it finally like somehow slipped in there, and now I basically just have my phone and I plug it in, and it's like it's just so accessible to have. Like there's Spotify, and you got like thousands of things and everything, almost everything that you want. Although there's still some things that are not on there, and it's like, so I still take my CD with me and pop it. But
there you go.
But yeah, it's hard to beat the accessibility of the streaming world.
It is, yeah. But I find that's when you know you have everything, it's like, where do you even begin? When you have that CD, it's like, motherfucker, this is the one. Right here.
Yeah,
we're listening today. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what we're listening to today.
Like it or not, I'm only bringing one. Yeah.
It's true that it's like Netflix. Like people talk about it all the time because there's so much stuff on there. They go on and they spend like half an hour or an hour just trying to find something. It's like, yeah, it becomes.
Yeah, dude.
There's a whole new problem that you never thought would have happened. It's like, oh yeah, it's all accessible, but now
what the hell is accessible? No, yeah.
Yeah, too accessible.
That's a good point about Netflix, actually, too. Like when I sit there, I don't even know. I don't even watch Netflix anymore. when I get to bed, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch something. Yeah, I don't know. Don't even know where to begin.
But
Okay.
after half an hour of search, I was like, okay, I'm going to bed.
Fucking yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Well, you
same with
wouldn't even
all
have
those
time for
things.
Netflix. You're always talking on podcasts and stuff. I don't know how you have time to do or anything.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either way, but yeah. Well, yeah, because I do this and then I show up in the UK through the power of the internet at like midnight. And by the time we're
You're
done
like
there, it's like 2 a.m. So yeah, I don't know a lot of fucking time.
you're omnipresent, man. You're in multiple countries at one time.
I love it.
You
It's so funny.
That's pretty cool.
It's so funny because I met Jay because he reached out to me on Twitter. He was a fan of the Promised Land band, and then he knew I was doing a podcast. And then I said, he listened to a few episodes, and he's like, fuck. He's like, man, I want to play your podcast on SLE radio twice a week. Well, once a week it started with, and I said, I'll play it twice a week. I said, okay, yeah, awesome. And then, obviously stayed in touch and built rapport and things like that. And then he gave me access to the station the one day. And I never used it. Like, I was terrified to do live radio. I was like, I'm not fucking doing live. Like, these are pre-recorded. But I don't know why I couldn't get my mind around doing anything live. And then one night I was sitting here and I was just like, fuck it. I logged into the station. I like sent him a picture of like the software has like a mic, you press it, it says mic on and you're live type thing. And I sent him a picture on Twitter. I was like, he's like, do it, see what happens, do it. I was like, all right. And then we went live and I never looked back. I've been having a blast. It's been like a month or something, month and a half of doing it now. It's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
It's fun.
It's good that he tempted you then.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
No, you have the natural way for it. You got the and the radio tone. You got the tone.
I have a face for radio also, so it works out perfectly.
Hey, I didn't say that.
No, I said it. Yeah, it's fine. But no, it's fun. It's a whole different thing. Like, I never would have thought that I would ever do anything like this or radio or whatever. Yeah. And I've got a couple radio gigs. You know what I mean? Like, it's like fun.
Yeah. It's crazy where you end up. Like,
yeah.
You just reminded me of back when when I was starting out. Mm-hmm. I wanted to be like I had a band, the Voss band,
Voss, yeah,
which you maybe remember, and like 3-piece, and I was like, oh, we got to find a singer. Mm-hmm. I was like adamant that I wasn't like I had made some demos or a bunch of demos prior to it, but I was like, oh no, I'm not a singer. I'm no good at it.
Guitar
player, so I was like,
yeah.
We got to find a singer. Yeah, and so then my dad one day, he's like, well, you should just be the singer, and I was like, nah, and I like dismissed it right away. And then like a little while later, when we couldn't find a singer, I was like, well, maybe I will try it. Maybe I'll give it a shot. And it turns out he was right. I'm able to do it. But it's funny how like you can get thinking like this one path of like I was like not even thinking of being the singer, and then like things happen, and then you end up on this path that you had no thought of that you'd be on. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. I was thinking about that too. Like I say that I've got a project with some buddies from like Twitter that four countries. We all do this project called Dark Matter Will Flow, and we started doing that. It was just 2 of us, and then we brought 2 more guys on, and I was rapping and making little bits of the music. Like, it was very collaborative. It was awesome. It's still awesome. We're still going, but like it kind of slowed down. And then me and the one dude from Finland, Jeff, both kind of just started randomly doing like radio shows. It's like, why are we doing this? Because I always wanted to stick with like the rapping and shit. Like when we were doing None Shall Sleep Tonight, it was the same thing as you. Like, I didn't want to do vocals. I wanted to just make the music and record people and shit like that, but I could never find anybody that wanted to do anything with the music. So I was like, well, I guess I'll fucking see what happens. And, and that was good. But now I just, I actually recorded a new song the other night for the first time in like 7 months. It's been a while. And I was like, well, fuck, I guess I still want to do that. So yeah, that's cool.
A new None Shall Sleep Tonight?
No,
song?
a new Dark Matter Will Flow song.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
cool, man.
good. I'll send you a link after this. Check it out. See what you think. It's dark. It's fucking cool. It's like the
Well,
bastard
I
son
like.
of. I can't remember how people would say it's like the bastard son of Depeche Mode, Pink
Ooh.
Floyd, Black Sabbath, and DMX. It's like, what?
Hey, I like all those.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Actually, I was a, I was always a big fan of DMX too,
yeah,
and
me
like
too.
I've been following him on Instagram and stuff like that, and it's cool to see him. He's like doing things again, like
Yeah,
because he
I mean,
kind of
he
went
went
quiet for a
wonky
while.
there. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's cool, man. I'd love to check it out.
Check it out. I'll give you some download codes. It's only on Bandcamp. It's not anywhere else. We won't put it nowhere else.
Oh,
But yeah, so we did that, and it's funny. I was talking to a couple people, interviewing them, and they said, I just mentioned, okay, I do music, so I can understand. Like they're all independent bedroom recording guys, like we all are, right? And so I just made a comment. I was like, yeah, no, I did some music too. And like, oh, what's your project? And I said, oh, I'm in Dark Matter Will Flow. And they're like, oh, you're in Dark Matter Will Flow. It's like, you fucking heard of it? You know what I mean? It's like, yes, thank
that's
you, I
awesome.
guess. Yeah, that's kind of a cool feeling, to be honest. I don't like
That is cool,
advertise the
dude.
shit out of Dark Matter Will Flow. I don't really, but
Yeah,
that was like
that's
a pat on the back for me. I was like, holy fuck, yeah,
well,
that's
yeah.
cool.
That's what's so cool about like the internet. Like I I love looking at analytics,
Mm-hmm.
um, on from like streaming and stuff, and because a lot of them allow you to see that stuff, and
Yeah,
I gotten like really into like looking at that stuff, and it's really neat. Like Superman's getting played in like 50 countries right now, and it's like I would have never been able to. These people would have never known me if it wasn't for streaming and internet. Like as bad as like people criticize it and the shit money that they pay,
yeah.
it's like on the other hand, there's like 50 countries listening to me, and that would have never been possible. So it's like,
That's right. But isn't that the struggle? Isn't that the struggle that you find with yourself? It's like I know you don't care about the money, but the money is nice. But you're not solely doing it for the money. But it's like I think at the end of the day, if you're making music for all the right reasons, like your self-expression, your mental health, whatever, your passion, everything like that, it's like money or just someone fucking listening. Like
yeah,
you take the listening
right, yeah,
any time, right?
of course, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
If you get in the music business for money,
Get
you
out
got
now.
you got a hard lesson to learn.
Run.
Yeah, but no, that's true. Like yeah, you take the listener any day.
Yeah,
At least I would,
I
and
would too.
you. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
I
sure there's
think.
some that would.
See, and and it's like, then why are you even doing it? It's like I feel like
Yeah,
there's a lot of
I
people who
yeah,
are like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make all this money, I'm going to. It's like, but you're not, though.
I
So why don't you just
I don't
stop?
I don't know. I don't know why you'd put that much effort into it if you didn't have like the drive and passion for it in the first place. If you're just doing it for money, it's like I don't know. It just seems I just can't comprehend that. But
Yeah, I can't get behind that. It just seems so just disingenuous. It's like, come on, man. Like you can't fucking, you can't.
yeah,
Why would you? You're just half-assing it at that point. If you're only
but
worried about getting in there and making the money and getting out, it's like, okay, but you're not gonna. Where's the expression and the release and the
but
movement?
that's what
What are you
yeah, that's
doing?
what art is all about. Like,
Yeah.
or at least that's what.
Whether it's painting or whatever, like what the fuck? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, yeah.
It's all right now, sweethearts. You want to see how much money Daddy's made in royalties? You want to see it? Here it comes. It's a lot of zeros. $8 from SoCan.
Oh, those zeros are before the 8.
That's before the 8. Yeah. So it's
Oh, okay.
a billions of nothing. It's like I did that thing
Yeah,
where they said if you enter if you enter in like your gig posters and shit like that, if it's over a cover of whatever, you can apply to get money and shit
yeah.
like that. So I did all that, and they're like, please update your whatever to get your reimbursement check. And I go on to check my balance. I'm like, well, how much am I going to get here? Oh, no, that's fine. You can just hold on to that. Thanks. It's just not going to help me. The $8 won't help me. Thank you. That's fine. I appreciate it. I'll go
Well,
fuck
you could
myself.
almost buy a Big Mac meal with that, man.
Close. I'd still be short.
Yeah, not quite there.
That fucking tax. Yeah.
Well, you can get the McDouble. You can get a couple McDoubles,
You get
and that's pretty good.
2 McDoubles. Yeah, for fucking 12 years of doing it, I could get 2 McDoubles and maybe supersized Coke. Maybe.
Oh, you're getting carried away.
That's asking a lot.
Right there. Yeah.
But I guess the point is
maybe
what?
Maybe if the person at the till is really generous and it goes over a few cents, she'll be like, "I'll cover you, buddy.
I'll just give you the quarter,
You're
asshole."
I got
yeah, I understand. You're less than nothing. Here you go. Yeah. Supersized fries and nothing else. Supersized fries and no bad attitudes, please. Thank you. But the point is that you can sit here and you try your best, but it's not the most lucrative business to be in.
That's for damn sure. But that goes with a lot of like arts. Like I always tell myself, like, I'm pretty sure being a comedian is even harder. Because like if you got shit jokes, you're gonna suck. But like you could be a half-assed player and in a band, and still it's like, well, it's okay. It's like it's still somewhat musical, but like a bad joke's a bad joke. It's like, and you're up there all alone, and as soon as you stop
there's no one
talking,
to blame it on. Yeah,
there's just silence. It's like, so I don't know. I feel like comedians have got it rough. But
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Because if you're on stage, yeah, we're with you. Yeah, but if you're on stage, you can kind of blend into the background, and then you have to do just enough to carry the song, not stand out because that's too much pressure, but just enough.
That's right.
So you're a bass player. So when you fuck up, you either blame it on the bass player or the drummer, right? So, well, you fucked up. Right. You dropped the bass. Fuck you. Yeah.
This is your fault.
I'm perfect. Obviously, again.
I don't make mistakes. Remember whose band you're in?
What is this? Amateur hour? Fucking rinky-dink setup over here. Call yourself musicians. Good day. You're fired.
You're fired. I'm paying the big bucks for this.
I'm your brother. Not anymore. I don't have a brother.
Hey, my brother used to be in my band.
I know.
What do you think happened to him?
Yeah,
that damn note.
You see how good it went for him. Yeah, I left him in the van in Kenora. Yeah.
Nobody knows where he is now. So what happens when you miss it on my watch?
Yeah, that's right. That'd be the best. I wish you were that person. I want to talk to like the biggest fucking prima donna of all time on this thing one time. Just like, well, I fucking strung my guitar backwards. That wasn't my fault. No. I've never done anything.
Drummer.
Yeah, the drummer did it. Get out. I fucking quit. This band is bullshit.
His cymbal lined up right with the light and it blinded me and I couldn't
see the notes I was hitting. See the notes. I'm a visual learner. I don't use music with my ears. I look at music.
That's right. Most musicians I come across though they're usually pretty cool and pretty like laid back. But I hear stories of people that are not so much that way. I don't actually know anybody that way.
I was gonna say, feel free to name them if you like.
Well, let me
We'll
get my
cancel them right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine. Yeah, fuck this person. Fuck him. Fuck
big
him.
gold.
This is the naughty list, people. Yeah. It's over.
Lumps of gold for these ones.
You get 2 lumps of dog shit. Good for you.
This one's flaming.
Oh, you get the dickhead special. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho. Well, that's funny.
I'm laughing so hard, I'm starting to sweat here. I'm working up a sweat, Joey. What are you doing to me?
That's gross.
I'm trying to look good. We need some makeup. Makeup over here.
Makeup. I need a refresher on my water, please. I'm thirsty.
All right, there's no one. Just me.
Well, I guess I'll just wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something? I would be so fucking. I would hate that. Just hate it. To be doted on and respected by millions.
That sounds awful.
Makeup.
What I don't understand is how some people can like be in that position and yet be so like ungrateful. It's like I can't grasp my head around that. It's like I don't know. You must have been a rotten person from the core, and you just lucked out and got in this position. And it's like I don't know.
There's not enough
that hard to be
appreciative.
Even if you don't want to be nice to people, it's not hard just to be content. Yeah.
Just content. That's a good word. The word of the day. Content.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants more, and it's never good
that
enough.
on the whiteboard here.
Yeah, but where's your whiteboard? Content. Yeah. But it's true.
Capital C.
Content. It's a hard C. It's confusing, but it's true. Man. It's true. Nobody appreciates shit anymore. It's pathetic.
It's sadly seeming like less and less. It's like people are griping about something and thinking for themselves, and it's like I don't know what's causing it, but it seems weird. It's like people are just less friendly. They're like,
there's a massive,
and like
massive shift.
The comments, I can't believe these people like say these horrible things to a stranger that you never met and you don't know shit about.
Yes.
And it's like I don't get it. So like a couple years ago, I think it was a couple years ago. Time flies too damn fast. But
it was yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Man, long day.
It was actually 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I made a point to like stop looking at that stuff. Like stop looking at the negative. Stop looking at comments because like it's like so hard to like avoid the negative ones on videos and things. It's like, oh man, people. It's like makes me lose faith in humanity. It's like people are just bad, but like they're not all that way. But it seems like the bad ones seem to be grabbing all the attention. Yeah. But yeah. So a couple years ago, I made a point to like stop looking at that and like even on my Facebook, stop going on my Facebook so much. I use it mostly just to kind of promote and stuff. But like, and it helped a lot. Like I would be like stressed out and like kind of like agitated of like the news and all the comments, and it's like I gotta like take a break from this stuff. It's like it's like no good for your soul.
The comment section on Facebook is the worst place in the world.
Yeah,
like,
it's toxic.
It is. I'm bad because I'll have to look at it. It's like a car wreck. It's like, okay, what dumb fucking shit are people saying today? Oh God. Wow, you're a fucking idiot. You're an asshole. You're a bastard. Click.
Yeah. That's like I paid a lot of attention to that stuff like a couple of years ago, and it's like I gotta stop. It's like it's affecting me. It's affecting me personally. My happiness. So it's like I gotta get out of this.
That's good. You gotta get out. Especially
there's a
now.
meme.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, keep going. You go.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a meme, and it's got Jack Nicklaus on it, and his hair's like this, and it says, "The less I give a fuck, the happier I am." And it's so true. It's like you gotta just not care about all that crap so much, and it's like, and you will be happier. And that's what I did, and now I'm the happiest bastard in the world.
Look at you. Yeah, there you go, man. Fucking right. Yay. See that light? That's your smile.
Hey, that's a bad guy.
There you go.
Can you even see? Are you blinded right now?
By the glory. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Especially now reading the comment section, it's just like, wow. Like, I don't know, man. We're fucked. If that's, you know, some of the shit that people are saying, it's like, we are all fucked. Literally fucked.
Yeah.
I saw the model from the government's like cases, best case, worst case thing. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, best case scenario, we could double our cases in 6 months, or we could have 470,000 cases. It's like, how do you jump from that to that? Yeah. How is the bit like? It's like we could have 10,000, or this. It's like, dude, like we don't even have. That's like half the fucking population of Saskatchewan. Like that's crazy.
That's like the cable guy when he tells you, yeah, we'll be there between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. But you know, and that's just like, I don't know. You see so many people just all the disease researchers come out and have their 10 cents, right? It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nobody knows what the fuck's going on. It's fucked up.
That's exactly.
And I don't want to catch it. That's it. That's the long and short of it.
I hear you.
I'm not a fan of government anything, but if they have a doctor that knows a fuck of a lot more about diseases or viruses and shit than I do, then I'm probably gonna at least hear them and say, that sounds like I probably don't have an argument for that. So the only thing I will say, which I think is bullshit, is and I'm trying to be empathetic of both sides of this COVID bullshit, and it's the one I saw one person say, like, well, how is it fair that you can have only 5 people in your house now, but you can still go to a bar with however many people there? It's like, I feel that doesn't make sense.
There has been a lot of illogical things to this, like right from the get-go.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like it's hard to like, that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
I know.
But you got to just kind of like roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, but dude, it's like, but what are we rolling with?
Well, yeah, I guess I don't even know what to do anymore.
I don't either.
Just stay away from people.
Stay away from people. Wear a mask if you're shopping. Well, now you have to, but you know, and that's it. Like everybody flips out and says all this bullshit, but that was literally the only way they stopped the Spanish flu, and they had 4 years of that.
Oh, can you imagine 4 years?
Waves of like the second wave would come, then the third wave came, then the fourth, you know, and just killing people all the way. And the only thing that fucking stopped them was masks, dude. That's fucked. So just do it.
I hope it doesn't go that long. As much as I am a hermit, I do enjoy playing live shows.
Yeah, if only for the music scene to come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell with everything else. No.
That's fine. Fuck everything else. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Fuck yeah, man. Well, my boy, you have that angelic glow.
Well, fair.
I
have an angelic glow.
You're an angel from another time and planet or something.
Oh, thank you, good buddy.
Yeah. No, it's been good. We'll have to have you back sometime. I don't know
Well,
when.
anytime, good sir.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you know. Anytime. Anytime you want to come on the morning show, you're more than welcome, buddy.
Well, I appreciate it, and thanks so much for having me on both. It's been hilariously fun. So anytime.
Anytime. Okay. Well, Tyler Gilbert, new album, The Fallen, streaming everywhere now. Go find him. Make this
Say
man proud.
goodbye, Walter.
He said, he says, do what the damn puppet says, God damn it. That's it. Nobody gets hurt. Have a good one, buddy. You stay safe out there.
See you, buddy. You too.